Spiritual Christianity, as propagated by the Western wisdom teachings, sees the Bible beyond a mere religious book. It is actually a spiritual book, and it covers the spiritual journey of the individual and humanity in general. The Old Testament, according to the Western wisdom teachings, the Old Testament reveals the deep of the differentiated spirits of God into matter. And we are humanity on this planet. We are the differentiated spirits of God. The Old Testament talks about our misdeeds, our fall, our loss of spiritual consciousness, the effects and the promise of redemption. That is principally what the Old Testament talks about. And the New Testament fulfills the divine plan of salvation for the earth and its inhabitants. Nonetheless, there is individual responsibility to merit that salvation. This responsibility requires that the individual should choose between the broad way of the masses that lead to destruction or the straight and narrow path that leads to God. The Western wisdom teachings seek to equip the individual with 1. Spiritual knowledge about the truths of life. 2. Using safe methods and practices to transform latent spiritual powers into dynamic powers for the purpose of helping humanity. And on this platform, Life Epistles, that is what we teach. The process of developing spiritually by the Western wisdom teachings does not involve, and this is very critical, the process of developing spiritually using the Western wisdom teachings does not involve usurping the free will of the individual, but to help the individual to learn and do it by himself or herself under proper guidance. That is towards the development of the positive spiritual aspects, the voluntary one, not the negative one. The negative one, the risk is that your free will be taken away from you. The aim with the Western wisdom teachings is to help the individual develop the soul body, which no one can do for the other. You must do it yourself. We say no one can do it for the other because nobody can eat on behalf of another person. Somebody who is hungry and the hungry person will have his or her hunger eliminated. You will have to do it yourself. Yes, we understand on our platform that there are other teachings in the name of esoteric Christianity. We on this platform talk about only one, the Western wisdom teachings. No any other society or individual is aligned to us. So when we talk about esoteric Christianity, we are talking about that of the Western wisdom teachings. We know that the Western wisdom teachings has the most far-reaching and logical conception of the world mystery in accordance with life. So if you want the mysteries of life to be unfolded and you want to understand it some more, the Western wisdom teachings provides you with the key. Its teachings are a blend of science, religion, and arts. And what does it seek to do? Make science religious and make religion also scientific, and to lead to Christ those who cannot find him by faith alone. Therefore, what then is the focus of the Western wisdom teachings? What are the areas of focus? The principal one, the first one, is spiritual knowledge. Not just theoretical knowledge, but spiritual knowledge. The individual must first have that yearning, a strong yearning to acquire spiritual knowledge and make that diligent search for spiritual truths. So if you are somebody who doesn't care about spiritual things, you will not find the teachings interesting. Among others, the individual learns regarding the Western wisdom teachings. 1. The various life kingdoms that we have. Life is not limited to only human beings. It goes beyond that. So you learn about the various life kingdoms on earth and their level of consciousness. We are all not at the same level of consciousness. So you will learn that under spiritual knowledge, talking about the Western wisdom teachings. And then you also learn the visible and invisible worlds and how humanity is linked. You will learn about anthropogenesis, the beginning and the constitution of human beings, our past, our present, and our future, and the methods of development. You learn about all that. It means you must have an inquiring mind. Without any inquiring mind, it will be challenging to study. You also learn about cosmogenesis, where we are talking about the framework and evolution of the universe, solar systems and planets, and how we, humanity, is connected, not only in flesh, but most importantly in spirits, how we are connected as spirits. All these things are presented within the context of Christianity, especially Christ Jesus and his mission on earth. That is the context within which the Western wisdom teachings are presented.